Hey, welcome to part two of using generic rectangles to model dividing fractions here on the whitchermath channel on YouTube. Okay, if you missed it, in part one we used some simple examples like a 1/3 and 1/2 and things like that to show you the basic way how a rectangle can work to model fraction division. Here we're going to use a little more complex fractions to make sure that you can trust it, that it still works. So let's take this problem, 2/3 divided by 1/6, which can be rewritten as a complex fraction like that. Okay, then as we learned in the first video, we just start out with making a rectangle. It's generic. That means it doesn't have to be measured, it doesn't have to be to scale. Okay, but our technique we came up with was I'm going to take the numerator of this complex fraction here, and I'm going to write it along the left side here. We're going to create that portion. There, I shaded in 2/3 of the rectangle. Then we're going to take the 1/6, put it along the bottom. I'm going to create that. I'm going to split it into 6 pieces, okay? Then I'm going to count the pieces that are shaded in. I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12. Okay, then ask, what is each one of those boxes that we just counted? What is each box worth if you compare it to the denominator? That's the 1/6 is the denominator in this problem, right? So compared to the 1/6, which is this, right? That's 1/6 of the rectangle. Compared to that 1/6, what is each one of these little tiny boxes worth? Well, that's worth 1/3. In case you can't see that, this little box is worth 1/3 of this thing, the 1/6. Okay? So quite simply, I take my count, I multiply it by what each box is worth compared to that denominator. We multiply that, get 12/3, which equals 4, and that's the answer to the question. Okay? So, in other words, what we're saying here is this asks how many 1/6 fit into 2/3. That's what the division problem asks. Our answer is 4, and so what this says is 4 of, that's the word of, 4 of these fit, equal sign, into this. Okay? This ends up being a proof. This is checking your work, right? 4 times 1/6 is 4/6, which does indeed equal 2/3. And this further proves the flip and multiply technique. Okay? We can get into that some other time. Beautiful. Let's do one more. What if we just reverse these two fractions from up above? Okay? Up here we had a little one going into a big one. What happens if we say how many 2/3 fit into 1/6? How many of these bigger things fit into this smaller thing? Okay? We're going to use the same technique. First, generic rectangle. Numerator, left side. Create 6 divisions there, and since I have one of them here, that's kind of important, I'm going to shade one of them. There, that represents 1/6. Next, I'm going to put the 2/3 right here. I'm going to create that division. Okay, now just like in the first one, we're going to count the boxes that are colored in. Looks like there's 3 of them, right? Okay, just like up above, we go, what is each box worth? compared to the denominator. In this case, the denominator is 2/3. So this one's a little different, maybe a little tricky. So 2/3 is right here, right? That's 2/3 of this rectangle. What is each one of these boxes worth compared to this whole thing? Well, in the 2/3, how many boxes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So each one of these boxes is worth 1/12 of the 2/3, right? So we have 3 boxes. Each box is worth 1/12 of the 2/3. So we multiply those. And it looks like our answer is going to be 1/4. Let's check it out, see what happens. So what we're saying here is that 1/4 of the 2/3 fits into 1/6. Is that true? 1 times 2 is 2. 4 times 3 is 12. That does work. Okay? And we could even color this to show that's what's going on. If I take these 3 boxes here, color them red, but put them all inside the 2/3, and then I take 3 more of them, and then I take 3 more of them. Don't worry, almost done. 3 more. You can see that I've split the 2/3 into 4 equal pieces. Each one of these colors contains 3 of those 1/12 of the 2/3. So that proves, there's a visual proof that 1/4 of this 2/3 makes 1/6 of the entire rectangle. That is sweet. It's colorful. I hope it makes sense, and I hope it gives you an easy strategy in case you ever need to show fraction division with some kind of picture or a model. Okay, try this out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.